adrenaline. Yeah, I do just what I do, and I hope you let me in, yeah.
Hello guys, and welcome to Stranded Deep. If you don't know what Stranded Deep, let me just run it down very quickly for you. It's a survival game. You go down a plane crash, as you would have saw in a little cutscene at the beginning. And yeah, all you have is a raft. You do have a few little supplies, I think some rationings and stuff in your inventory in the raft itself. But there's multiple islands. And the aim is obviously to survive. You have to make sure you eat, drink. You can't stay out in the sun too long. But yeah, so you can go on your raft. You can salvage stuff from shipwrecks. Some of them will be half submerged and half in the water. Some of them are completely in the water. Some are full boats, some aren't. But basically what you can look for is buoys, tyres and oil drums. They can be used as flotation devices for when you build your own raft in the future, and I think also the barrel you can use for other stuff as well. But the other thing is you can check cabinets in the boats, and the best thing to look for is the wooden crates, because you can take them and then you can use them as your own storage. And obviously you have to craft everything. You can craft your own bases, your tools, your weapons, and obviously to craft the better stuff you've got to level up. You've got to level up everything, so you've got to level up your hunting, your crafting, and what's the other one? And your harvesting, I think, and maybe farming. I'm not entirely. Or cooking. That's it. You're cooking. And obviously, the more you do the certain stuffs, obviously, the more XP you earn for that particular thing. And obviously, the higher levels you go, the better stuff you can craft, cook, kill. Because obviously, the better tools you have, the better weapons. Obviously, the better things you can kill. But yeah, so there are animals in here. Most of them will try and kill you or attack you at least. I think there's multiple different types of sharks. You've got obviously small crabs, they will nip you, and then you've got the larger crabs that will full on attack you. Wild boar, they will also attack you. They are really annoying because they're fast as anything. You've got snakes which will poison you. What else is there? There's certain sea urchins that will poison you. I'm pretty sure there is turtles as well, but obviously I don't think they kill you or anything like that or attack you. Fish, they're fine. I'm just trying to think of any other on land animals. I don't think there is. No, I think that's everything animal wise. Obviously, other than 3 other animals, which I will get to very shortly. But obviously you can kill all of them and you can use them for food. Some animals will give you other resources, like if you killed a pig it will give you leather and stuff like that. But the crafting menu, which you guys will see shortly once I get back on the island and actually start crafting a few things, tells you everything you need, and you can pin certain stuff up so you know what you've got to get. And if you're wondering why I couldn't do anything with those barrels, you need a knife or a refined knife to break the barrels apart, and then you can't pick them up like into your inventory. Sorry. You have to individually carry them, and if you put them all on your raft it can get a bit sketchy, so I wouldn't advise doing that. And obviously you can see they've got like an engine part, so you can build, like I said, you can build rafts, and you can put engines on them. You can make a gyrocopter, which is like a microlight sort of thing, just a one-seater little helicopter sort of thing. You need the engine, but you have to collect the parts for that. I don't know where all the parts are, because this is literally my first time playing this properly. I had a quick have a go on it. I did like the tutorial just to get used to things. But I've watched a few videos to obviously get a rough idea of what's going on with the game itself. And then the last thing, obviously the main objective of this is obviously to survive. And then once you've had enough, basically, which is probably going to take you a while to do, but there is a, well, I wouldn't even say it's half, maybe a quarter of a beached aircraft carrier, which will spawn randomly somewhere on the map. I have heard that people have spawned on it straight away, but it's the only thing on the island. And in the aircraft carrier is a plane. It doesn't run, but that is your objective. So obviously, once you get to a certain stage, once you fix the plane, you've got enough resources, then you get in the plane, you fly off, and that's the end of the game. And going back to what I said earlier about the last three animals, you've got a megalodon, which I was expecting it to be massive, but I saw a video the other day. In comparison to a great white shark in this game, there ain't much difference. But that'd be munching on a whale somewhere in the map. The other one is a giant eel, which will be located at I think it's a sunken warship or a submarine. But to get its attention and to obviously start the battle, you have to actually get in the ocean and swim down, and then it'll pop out. And then the last one is a giant squid, which I haven't seen. I haven't even seen a video yet, and I don't know where that one's based or how you find it or how you instigate it. But basically, I think some of the parts you will find around the map, but I think three of the main ones you have to get from killing the three big bosses. And yeah, I think I've covered pretty much everything. So I don't know how this is going to work. I don't know if it's going to be a series or not. I'm just going to jump on and see how it goes. It might be just a video, one or two here and there. If someone fancies getting hold of the game and jumping on and doing multiplayer, because it'd be a bit better for me, and obviously for a viewer's point of view, because then it's a bit more interesting, there's a bit more going on, things progress a bit quicker, and obviously instead of me just talking to you constantly, I can be talking to them, and whether I know the person or not, if we get on quite well, then jokes and all that will come into it, and it'll be just generally a funnier video, if that makes sense. So yeah, I think I've covered everything to do with that, what actually happens in the game. If you are interested in it, let me know in the comments whether you want me to carry on. And obviously, like I said, if I can find someone else, they can either join this series or whatever, like I said, whatever I'm going to do with this, or just start a new one. Yeah. And if you're interested in buying the game yourself, it is on Steam, I think, at the moment for $10.99, so it's not expensive. And I'm pretty sure it's also on console. But don't take my word for that. And if it is, I don't know how much it is. So I can either let you know when I next do a video, or you guys can look yourself. But yes. Yeah, I don't really know how this video is going to work. Because obviously, like I said, I don't want to bore you the whole time me talking. That's obviously why I said about having multiplayer. But yeah. But anyways, we get in. I'm going to go around and do some crafting. And just do a little tutorial. Build a fire. Build a shelter. I've already got the refined knife, as you can see. And then I think the last thing you have to do, well, there's a few things: kill a crab, skin it, cook it, eat it, get a coconut, drink it, and then I think the last, I know it's not the last thing, the second to last thing is to build a water still, so you've got water, and then after that is to create a hammer and build your first building foundation. But as you saw just then, I just leveled up the harvesting. That's what I mean. The more you harvest, obviously, the more it levels up. That will, I think, overall for your crafting, it for everything else, it just kind of adds to everything, like the cooking, because obviously, cooking, you level your cooking up, but I don't really know how that works. Because obviously all the cooking stuff like fires, the smoker, the furnace, the barbecue, it's all in the crafting section anyway, so I'm guessing the XP just gets added to the crafting section, and that's your way of leveling up. But it's a bit, I don't want to refer it to Minecraft, but I'm going to. Yeah, so there's multiple but not all of them, but a lot of them, there's multiple versions of the tools. Obviously there's better ones, and obviously they've got more durability and obviously more strength. And yeah. But on the island you start off with, obviously like I said, it will be random what island you do spawn on, but whatever island you do spawn on straight away, the only animals that will land or will be there is crabs. You'll get birds like seagulls, and then bats at night time. That'll be the only animals until you venture to the other islands, and the further you go away, I think the more of them and the more dangerous animals appear. But just be careful of snakes, because you will not see them. Half the time they will strike you before they've even hissed at you. But yeah, just be wary. When you first get on the beach, it's fine, you'll be able to see them on the sand if they're there, but it's normally the grassy areas that they will hide. Now jumping forwards, guys, as you can see I just fitted the water still. You can see I've got my little camp starting to come together now. I won't be able to drink from this straight away, but you got to make sure that you keep the, well, you can either put, I think it's fibrous plants or leaves, or palm fronds, which is basically palm leaves, topped up, and that's your water source sorted. Got a fire pit done and a cooking stick. I don't know what you want to call it. It's not a smoker. That's a completely different one. It's just a basic way of cooking some more meat. I can have a meat, I think it's just one bit of meat on the top bar, and then obviously I can have one stuck on the side. And but yeah, so a bit off camera, been doing a load of different bits and bobs, upgrading this fire. Can't remember if I had the shelter up a minute ago, but yeah, the water still's done. I've done, I think, the coconut thingy. I've already done the crab, and a few other bits and bobs. Personally, I think in this video, what I'll do is I'll just talk through this one, and then in the next one, well, if I am going to carry it on, what I'll do is, if I've progressed with anything, or if there's a particular thing that I've built or done, so if I've killed something, or I'm going on hunting mission, or if I'm fighting the bosses, then I will record it. and then obviously the harvesting for everything I will do off camera, unless you guys want to see me do everything. Then let me know, and then if that's the case, then I can bring in some time lapses, and obviously a few jump cuts like I do in Farm Sim. But make sure you let me know in the comments on what you want me to do, because obviously my main aim is obviously to please you guys. I don't want to bore you guys, and I'm not doing this for my own personal benefit. I do enjoy playing these games, and I don't mind editing these videos, but a lot of them do take time, so I will really appreciate even if it's just leaving me a comment here and there. And obviously if you are liking the videos, but it's not no, if you are liking the videos, please just leave a like. It helps me, and obviously I'm not in a position where I'm getting paid or anything. I've only got 16 subscribers at the moment, but the more likes and the more comments I get, the more chance that people will see my videos. Obviously I really appreciate that. But if you are just a one-time watcher or one-time viewer, and you're just passing through and you just thought, I'll check this out, if you don't want to subscribe because this sort of video, all the videos I'm doing, is not really your cup of tea, but you thought the video was right, if you wouldn't mind, just leave me a like. Unless you really dislike the video, then leave a dislike and maybe just send me a comment and be like, I'm not hating, I'm not being rude or nothing, but maybe do this, maybe just point me in the right direction. Obviously I'm doing it how I think, or what resources I have to offer is obviously what I'm putting out, and obviously in amongst, because I'm a full-time worker as well. So yeah, obviously don't be rude, guys. I think my comments are set to anyway, so if there's any harsh or rude comments or offensive or strong language, I think it's all turned off anyway, so I won't see them. So you'll be sending a message basically to a computer that will just block the message. So, you know, what else can I say? But now we're coming up onto the last two things now. It's just, like I said, to create a hammer and lay a foundation. But I think what I'll do in the next video is, obviously I think I'm on day 2 or coming up to day 2. I might go do some harvesting and go grab some more resources, or I might just strip this island, because obviously I was thinking about trees, because obviously cover from the sun. But if I've got a base, even if it's just like 2 walls with a roof on it, it's going to shield me from the sun. Then I'll do that, because obviously if it's going to another island, I don't want you guys to miss anything. At the same time, I can go harvesting off camera, but obviously if I do encounter anything, then I can just start recording and then do it that way. And I've changed my mind, so what I'm going to do is I'm just going to stick this, probably, I don't know how long's left on this, just on a quick little time lapse, and then yeah. So cheers for watching, guys. If you liked it, leave a like. If you haven't already, subscribe. If you want to see the latest new videos coming up on the channel, don't forget to hit that bell button. Cheers, guys, and I'll see you in the next one.